a sham.
Yeah, but at some point, certainly at this point, is it not up to the people of the constituency to make up their minds whether they think the JLP and the government are take them for idiot, which they very well might do, and decide whether or not they are going to elect this particular candidate? Is that not up to the constituency? Why are you saying who should and should not be chosen by the JLP?
And as I say to you, yes, it is up to them, but it is up to them. Part of our job is to create a voice for women and to help our people with their decisions by putting forward what we think is right and the proper and ethical way for our representatives to behave. We took it further as a party. It's not just about whether he can represent or not, but that we need to put in place the legislation that allows for a code of conduct to be established for parliamentarians, and then that to make sure that the appropriate consequences are there for actions such as this.
Is it
I believe in redemption, and I believe in redemption.
Is it that the PNP doesn't? Well, I mean, I'm not sure how you can decide what is genuine and what is not in terms of somebody else's behavior.
If it is in the public space,
yeah,
then you first.
Let me just get in a couple words edgewise. So let me be clear on something. Is the PNP saying that it believes in second chances? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right, and it's been 3 years. The JLP has said he's got counselling. Clearly, he reconciled with the person in question. They're now married. And the JLP has said that they believe that he has taken the necessary steps that warrant his readmission. Not saying that the issue of domestic violence is not an issue, but I'm saying on what basis are you saying he shouldn't be admitted to the party?
Two things. One, in the context of getting married, there are many situations for women who are abused while they are dating, and then they marry their abuser because they're in a situation of powerlessness, and they continue to be abused, and only after being married for several years are able with help come out of this situation.
Yeah, but that's a general statement. This is a specific.
But I'm just saying, but the fact of being married does not constitute that the situation has changed. Number one.
It doesn't constitute that it hasn't,
it doesn't equal situation change. It just equals his marital status has changed.
But I'm saying neither does it say it hasn't.
Exactly so. And the only way for us to know something that comes out in the public domain in this manner must be addressed in the public domain. It has not been addressed. It's not. It no longer is a private matter when, as a public servant, something as egregious as this, an act as egregious as this, is said to have been perpetrated by the representative. He has not denied it, but he has taken action with respect to it, which indicates some form of admittance that that the action occurred.
The PNP...
Because the mitigating if no action occurred, there should be no need for mitigating circumstances.
Yeah, but if the party is saying, but again, this is one specific thing. We're talking about the JLP deciding to have him as a JLP member, and the JLP is saying he has carried out these mitigating actions. And is there not an argument that at some point there are some privacy issues here, where if the person concerned doesn't want to go further with it, that the public steps back?
For the privacy issues to occur, it occurs with, first, an admission, not a silence, a zone of silence, and mitigating circumstances. Whether they want to admit him as a member is not the issue.
It actually is, because that's what this is about.
It's being put up as a candidate. There's two different things.
Yeah, but again, that's a constituency issue.
Of a party, and then you are now being put up as a candidate. That means you intend that a man who has allegedly beaten a woman with a stool and said nothing about it, but just married the woman.
No, but what you want...
And that... Now, after being questioned, you say that he has gone to counselling, and he himself, as a public figure, has not said that I know that this is
Mrs. Duncan Sutherland, the People's National Party is running a candidate who was convicted of drug offences. You have been criticised yourself, not you personally. The party has been criticised for that particular candidate. The party's reaction has been, we believe in second chances. So on what basis are you coming now in a situation where the opposite party has said, we believe that there's been these mitigating circumstances and we therefore believe that we are going to readmit the person. So especially
the person who was charged in the PNP and served this sentence constitutes the dealing with the consequences of action.
And then
there is nothing that has occurred except silence.
And then went on to make some of the nastiest comments I have seen from a public figure in relation to two separate women. I never heard the women's movement speaking out then.
That's not true. I spoke specifically on that, and I demanded that apology, and the apology came.
So,
and we spoke about
you're acting as judge and jury.
No, not acting as judge.
No, let me just finish. Let me just finish the sentence. You're acting as judge and jury as to whether or not the JLP's candidate is sincere in whatever these mitigating actions are, as opposed to your PNP candidate. And your argument is, okay, there's an apology that has been made. But a public apology, as many Jamaicans know, in many cases, I'm not saying in this particular case, carries absolutely nothing. And a lot of times it's done simply to quell public outrage. So are you not taking a judgmental approach as opposed to accepting that there perhaps might very well have been contrition, counselling, as Dr. Dana Morris Dixon said, as well as what the party called these mitigating circumstances? Should the PNP be concentrating on the PNP's business here?
George Wright has said nothing. He has said nothing.
To you?
No, he has not, but he has not said anything to the public. The issue was out in the public. He has said nothing to the public.
But I'm saying public. I'm saying public
for a man to beat.
No, nobody is saying that.
And then who
is? Hold on for me. Sorry.